I'm Jody with United Pawnbrokers out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Today, I'm going to have a little bit of a guide on what to look for in a used SIG P320 and to determine whether it has been upgraded or if it still needs to be upgraded. In 2017, SIG introduced a voluntary upgrade program for the series of P320 pistols. And today, I am just going to show you some things to look out for, especially if you're looking at an older P320 to see if it has been upgraded. So starting off, both of these have the original case. Right here we have a brand new P320 with the modern case, has the 6 Sauer clasps on it, kind of a gray color with the stacking ridges on the corners. And next we have the older style of SIG case. Has the same logo, but as you can see, it is a more traditional pistol case, kind of similar to what we see with a lot of Turkish pistols now, with the sliding clasps up front instead of what we have on the newer ones. So that's probably the first thing to look out for if the gun has the original box. I'm not saying that it hasn't been upgraded, but it is definitely worth looking at closer if you have this original box. The most, I guess, for sure way to check your firearm to see if it qualifies for the upgrade is the serial number. So on the upgrade program, the serial numbers that are prefixed with 58A, 58B, and 58C are all caught up in that upgrade program. So as you can see, this gun is a 58B. We will compare that to our new one. This gun here, it's a 58J. So this one does not qualify for the upgrade program. The two visual indicators, one is very easy to see even if the gun is in a case. On the older style that has not been upgraded, you have a really fat trigger. It is very similar to how a P250 would look, and we'll compare that to the newer style trigger, which is much skinnier. And there is a mechanism difference in here. Check for clear. On the original trigger, you can dry fire it, but without pulling the slide back, you will still get a click, and that is from the reset system that is built into the gun. On the new one, pull the trigger, you don't have that click. So the old one, on the new one, just have a little bit of the transfer bar or trigger bar making a little bit of noise, but not the distinctive click of the old one. The other easy way to tell, you'll pull the slide back and you'll look in here. As you can see, we have no divot there, and this is for the slide disconnect. So on this gun we have a little bit of a hole there. We can compare it side by side. As you can see, that is flat, and that one has that disconnect. Some things that are kind of exceptions. There were some X models that do have the straight trigger that have not been upgraded. So it will still make that distinctive click, and it will also not have that disconnect relief cut. But there are some that do not necessarily have this trigger. And overall, this particular upgrade, you can't sign up for it on the website, but you can call in. That is what we're going to do with this firearm, just to try to make it as safe as possible for the customer. But you can schedule that by calling them. And just looking at this gun overall with the original accessories, we have the original cable lock paperwork up top. Looks like we are missing the cleaning rod, but the older 320s did come with a holster. This is a hard outside the waistband holster. This particular one comes with 2 extra 15-round magazines, and the gun itself is very similar to what we know. Has the standard compact grip module on it with the cutouts for pulling out the mags. Pick rail up front. You do have a little bit of a texture on the trigger guard. Have an ambi slide stop. This gun does have tritium night sights, which should still have a little bit of life left in them, and you have some nice forward and rear serrations. Comparing that to your new P320s, whenever you open up the box, have a lot of the same stuff, locks underneath, You have one extra 15 round magazine, and you have the gun. The primary difference between them, the new ones, at least for the standard models, are optic cut, but there are some that were not optic cut that do still have the upgrade in them. But overall, if you're looking at a used P320, I wouldn't be afraid of them, but definitely make sure to take a close look to see if that gun has been upgraded. Once again, SIG does it for free, so it's definitely worth checking out. Thank you.